Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the post-show live chat, where we're going to be talking about everything that went down in Bachelor in Paradise. Episode 1, we are back to Paradise. How's everyone doing tonight? Oh, it feels good to be back. It feels really good to be back. Wow, what... Oh, gosh. I love Bachelor in Paradise. It truly is the pinnacle of this franchise because it just doesn't take itself seriously at all. So tonight we are going to be talking about the show, doing a little bit of live sleuthing as long as the preview comes up. I try to always do live sleuthing anytime that we get onto one of these live streams immediately after. Usually they show the preview, so I'm hoping for that. And yeah, let's get right into it. If you're not new, or if you're new to these live streams, here are the rules. Number 1, please no posting any blatant spoilers in the chat. Of course, anything that's sleuthed out, totally welcome, encouraged. In fact, we love sleuthing here. Anything that comes from an official account or a contestant's Instagram page, whatever. I'm going to do my best to answer any and all questions in the chat. I already see we got a super chat as well, too, right away. Going to get to those as soon as I can. Sometimes the chat can go really fast, so I miss stuff. Follow the YouTube policies, and last but not least, be kind to each other. So, we're back. It's, oh, man. The only thing that was missing from this episode... I missed the intro. Otherwise... it just felt good to be back. And already we've got some super chats. Asiya, the continued support. Really appreciate it. And for always being here, always chatting. Really appreciate it. What an episode. I really like that we got to meet everyone. I know, me too. The preview definitely gave me some more insight into what will and might happen on Paradise. I wonder who Demi is going to choose on to go on a date with. Yes, so this preview gave me exactly what I was hoping for, which is something that we've seen in Paradise seasons past. I've actually only covered one season of Paradise because we didn't get one last year. And the thing that was missing from the preseason previews and the preseason previews were the shots of people actually getting engaged. That's where the real sleuthing is. Now, you have to watch out. Last time that they did this, they included fake proposal shots from different seasons and stuff like that. Or one was a proposal, Ashley and Jared's proposal, which they weren't actually contestants. They just showed up to propose from a season past. And so that's where the real fun sleuthing is. And we got a few of those. And there are some identifiable features that I think I can already mark 2 couples that are getting engaged based on the previews and based on the preview that we saw tonight. Certainly, one identifiable person for sure. One I'm gonna have to talk about in the preview breakdown to show the full proof of, because they are wearing a certain clothing item in the throughout the season, and then the certain clothing item is seen in an engagement shot. So we don't know who they're with, but we can speculate pretty, I think, confidently who they're with. And the other one is another couple, which I just think has been a rock solid couple. We've seen more of them in this preview. That like fantasy suite footage that they do. There's always a sort of point in Paradise where they get to decision day. It's either you're in a couple or you're leaving, and then they do fantasy suites, and then it's like, do you want to get engaged? And this is a couple that has a shot that could be an engagement shot, and where it would fit that they would be the two of them, and they've got fantasy suite footage. So the rest we can speculate on. We don't know. We've also got like Thomas and Becca on a date, and then the stuff that we talked about, which this was not my sleuthing, by the way. This was stuff that was going around that I was forwarded, which were these matching accessories and stuff like that of Thomas and Becca. This is from the Men Tell All with Katie, and the post up there is from Becca's Instagram account. So that's another couple. There's so many other couples that we could talk about. Obviously, there's like Noah and Abigail. We see a bunch. Joe and Serena and Kendall shows up, seen in the previews. There's a bunch, but these are not the couples that I'm thinking about. So we will get to that. And continuing on with the super chats, SHM Design. Thank you as well for your continued support. That's a name I recognize for sure. Love your videos as always. Thanks for being you. I feel like they spoiled two couples right away with the edit. Yeah. Well, maybe you're thinking the exact same thing that I'm thinking of. And thank you for that. I'm gonna get into maybe more details about those couples. At least one I can talk about as we kind of go along with the chat. But I'm hoping I can save it for the live sleuthing, as long as they actually show or post it on the Bachelor Nation. Usually about halfway through the live stream, they post a video on the Bachelor Nation YouTube channel with the full preview, and then we can live sleuth it. So I'm hoping for that, so we can get into it. Otherwise, I'll just talk about it then if it doesn't come up. But thank you for that super chat. And Brittany Hinton, thank you as well. At this point, Demi has to be a producer plant. Yeah, she's coming in. She's coming in with a villain edit this time. Last time we saw her, she was coming in real like there was no villain edit there. They were pulling the her girlfriend from back home was coming in, and they were going to get engaged, and obviously they eventually broke up. She's definitely much more of a I don't know. She's going to be in a throuple this upcoming scene. Did I make a little graphic here? I don't know here. Yeah, so the person that she's going to be with, and this goes back to Asia's comment as well. So we've seen her with Kenny, and in the previews, we've also seen her. I feel like a weatherman. It's like reversed. There we go. In the corner there, with Brendan, as well. And Mari is the person that we've seen with Kenny as well in the previews. So there's this like love triangle, love square potentially. We know that Brendan, over here I think, Brendan Piper shows up again, and there have been rumors that they were seeing each other, potentially dating before the show even got on. So Demi's gonna come in. She's gonna play a spoiler potentially for a couple of couplings, and one of the big things that was in the preview that we saw was Demi getting Kenny a birthday cake, and then Mari throwing the birthday cake into the fire, which is Paradise is back. Paradise is back. Oh, this is why it's peak. This is why it's peak. You don't get this is the fun drama that you don't quite get. Bachelor and Bachelorette, they take themselves just a little more seriously. And all of that is thrown out the window for Paradise. They know what's up. They know what's up. They know the deal. And Cross-Stitching Queen, thank you for your super chat. Bachelor fan take is the bomb diggity of sleuthing. Thank you for that. Really, really appreciate the super chat. Kayla, has super chatted. Why is this cast gigantic this season? It's also so weird to see the contestants on the show much younger than me now. Yeah, there are contestants on the show younger than me as well. And like, I mean, there was like Serena and Joe with a big age difference, but they seem to be a couple. They're in the previews a bunch. And the cast is gigantic this season. I think it's because there wasn't a Bachelor in Paradise last season or last year as well, and even then they included one of the biggest seasons ever. The 2019 season 6 was one of the biggest ever. So they've got a lot of people to pull from for all of that. So that's why they a lot of people to select, a lot of familiar faces, popular faces to put into Paradise. So I think that's why we're getting this gigantic season, and I can't wait. And there's a lot of faces still to show up. This is just day one. They always have way more people. Like after the next rose ceremony, like 4 or 5 more people are going to come in, or at least 4, and then it's going to get down to like a few more people coming in. It'll eventually get to a point where it's maybe like 1 or 2 showing up after a rose ceremony, and then there's always the people who are arriving really late, and it feels kind of unfair. Like there are tons of couples showing up, and then it's like Revi and Chang from night 1. She was someone who showed up late in the season. It was like, unless it's a hot ticket name showing up late, or someone who a person that's there has said they were really hoping to see, they have no chance. So it's always tough. But yeah. And Asiya, thank you so much. Double super chat, really appreciate it. It was so funny how Tammy didn't know who David Spade was. I can't believe she thought it was David Chappelle. Dave Chappelle was David Spade was so funny as host. Yeah, Dave Spade feels like there were a couple moments where I was like, but he it's perfect for Paradise. Paradise does not take itself seriously. Paradise is always a little bit of a wink and a nudge, like we know this is trash TV, which is like relaxing for me. We don't have to have the some of the fakeness or wonder, is this fake? Like we know the deal here. But yeah, no, Tammy obviously doesn't know either David Spade or Dave Chappelle, which is a shame. Shame. Comedians, like Dave Chappelle, the Chappelle Show was like a big thing for me growing up. Shame on Tammy. But this is the feel of Paradise. It's like what's going on, whatever, let's just make out and give out roses. So thank you for the super chat. And Kaleidosaurus X, another familiar face. Really appreciate it. Full disclosure, last time I watched Paradise was season 1. COVID reignited my obsession. Didn't there used to be a cash prize, or did I hallucinate that? I don't like. Oh man, the early days, was that Bachelor Pad? Paradise. Yeah, I don't remember there, but then again, gosh, I don't even know. Paradise is what actually one of the things that truly ignited my obsession with the show. Actually, like, I binged a few seasons, and way back when, and it was season 3 that I think was the first season of Paradise that I watched live. Oh, and that was so good, with like 3 proposals, Carly and Evan. That was, the refreshing like stupidness of it all, and they know it's stupid. So, oh man, love that. And Junkster82, hello, fellow Canadian. Hello. I can't help but love Serena P. Who's not getting a rose next week? Yeah, we'll talk about that in the preview breakdown. I think so. Obviously, the men have the power, so it's women who are going home. Let's we can pull up the Bachelor in Paradise cast list. Maybe they've got to have this, and we can talk about eliminations. I think I just bumped my microphone too. So we can go to. Hopefully the display is working here. So it's women who are getting eliminated, right? Deandra, that could be a possibility. We did see her kiss someone in the preview, so maybe she'll stay. Jasenia, we know, is with Ivan. Goes on dates with Ivan. Kelsey, possibility there. Mari, we know she has a relationship with Kenny. Marissa, we know she's with Connor and then with Riley. Natasha, maybe we'll see if he gives if Brendan gives his rose to Natasha or Demi, because in the episode Brendan said he was looking at getting to know Natasha more, but we also see this. Serena, possibility. Serena P, nope, she's not going anywhere. Tajwan, Trey, Tammy, there's a lot of Tammy to come. Victoria Larson, that I think is the number one, Goddess Victoria or whatever. I think that's a lock to go. There are a few possibilities, but right now, having not looked at the preview, having no clue beyond what we've seen in past previews or this episode, I think the goddess is gone. The goddess is gone. Sorry. I still think of her as Queen Victoria in my mind. Victoria Paul, maybe she's on a date with Box Guy James coming up, but a few people have made some compelling arguments that Box Guy James is actually on the date with Anna. If you remember from the season preview that I did before, some people sent me tweets and DMs that Anna has a similar bathing suit as the woman in that shot. So we'll see, but I think also like the women that we've talked about here are ones who have had light edits. Like you didn't really notice them this episode. Like Tammy, Tajwan, Serena, Mari, Abigail. Obviously, like these women were really at the center of this episode or showcased in some way. So they're probably not going anywhere. That's what I'm thinking. And I don't know if Anna's coming. But yeah, Anna from Matt's season. Yes. Anna from Matt's season. And I don't mean McKenna. There is a shot of McKenna. So we know McKenna shows up from Peter's season. But I am talking about Anna from Matt's season. That's who I'm talking about. I know when we did the live stream at like midnight for the finale, I was missing some names. It was going over my head a little bit at close to midnight for the sleuthing. But no, I am talking about Anna. That's what people have DM'd me, that Anna from Matt's season has a similar bathing suit as that woman. But yeah, so how close? Let me just see if we're getting ready on this This preview yet. Yeah, not ready on the preview yet. One thing we can though talk about, Kenny showing up naked, right? Well, not so much. I noticed this when actually we're gonna go through the whole process here. If you follow me on Twitter, you might have noticed that I for a little bit got more obsessed with figuring out if Kenny was actually naked than live tweeting the show. But so there was a shot of Kenny, and they had the censor bar. It looked like his microphone was sticking out of his butt, and people were like, well, maybe there was tape, I found that weird because usually when people are in bathing suits or really like naked or close to naked, they a lot of TV shows like to do the necklace approach where they have a necklace on and it's got a mic on the necklace. But there was one shot in the episode where they forgot to put the censor bar on Kenny. And you can see Kenny just in his like Speedo or whatever trunks here. Because it would be so freaking weird if they have Kenny running around like like hugging people and like also red flag that this is a fake out. What I was like, I do not believe for 1 second that box guy James is okay with a dude sitting next to him naked with his thing hanging out. I do not believe that for 1 second. Also, if you're wondering, well, maybe he just put on his shorts for that scene. That's another scene where Kenny is with the censor. Just right from the same moment, and then for like one split second, Kenny's. Oh man! I knew it. Of course, he's not walking in there with his, in his birthday suit because his birthday is apparently coming up. And Demi's getting him a cake that Mari is going to throw right in the fire. Oh man, that of course not. But they have been so crazy with these censor bars. It's going to drive the YouTube bot nuts. Gosh, I hope the YouTube bot is not an a-hole with all of these people making out in bikinis all season long. It gets really angry when those censor bars show up, but we'll see. I hope it'll be fine. But all right, we have another upload. Not yet. We're not yet there for the. Let me know if anyone also sees the preview show up. I can also double check the Bachelor in Paradise Twitter account, but we can I can go into some of the engagements as well, and some of the things that we're gonna see coming up. Oh, I think the Bachelor in Paradise.
Please get ready.
Oh yeah, the Bachelor in Paradise Twitter account has it, so we're good. And Katie, thank you for the super chat and the continued support. Really appreciate it. Thanks for showing up again in the chat. It's always awesome seeing familiar faces. Which one? Censor bars for the jokes or censor bars because ABC forces them to use them? I think it's really. I wonder if I don't know, maybe like a bulge or something was shown. Here's why. So the YouTube bot and the YouTube guidelines gets they really crack down on like this like adult content kind of stuff, and to the point where if there's something slightly off, they will just demonetize or really blow away your video. I did a video on from Katie's season. It was a preseason preview where it was a preview that was mainly about who's in the box for James, the box guy, and where we sleuthed out that it was him because he lifted up the box and there was a very distinct bracelet that he was wearing that was all over his Instagram account. But that video got flagged for sexual content. YouTube will not tell me why. Because, they will not tell me why. They would just flag it. Bye. Sorry. Which means a few things. One, you basically make there's no revenue that a content creator can make on it. There's a complete minimal nothing. 99% of your paycheck getting taken away. And two, YouTube then doesn't want to promote the video. They don't want to share the video. They don't want to whatever. You can probably go on my YouTube page, look at all the videos, the season, preseason, and the sleuthing videos, just the viewership count, and spot the one that has a large chunk less viewers than the others, and it's that one. I think, long story short, the reason why it was, even though I asked them, could you just tell me so that I know for the future so I can avoid this? It's, I just want to avoid this problem. It's because there was a shot of Christian tearing off his pants and he had a fake bulge. It was during the episode where they all, with Katie, were talking about, it's the one where Carl went on and on about, Katie needs, 17 hours of love or whatever, and then Justin goes,
no.
That episode, and or Trey had the Peaches, and Connor sang the song. It was the greatest lover of all time. That's the episode. Apparently Connor did that, and then after that preview, they suddenly started censoring that part. So I think there's possibly a bulge or something was shown, and then they made it, but they did make a joke out of it, and they got everyone there to say that Kenny was naked too. Right? That was kind of the weird part. They got everyone there to go Kenny showed up naked. Oh man, I can't believe he's naked. So that, to me, that was the part that threw me. It wasn't just a censor bar. It was Brendan and a few others saying Kenny's just naked. So that's the thing. Okay, so we've got it on Twitter, the preview. It's not on the Bachelor Nation page. So we're just going to go through on Twitter. I think the quality is not as good, which sucks. But we can still check it out. So we're going to get into the live sleuthing part. Don't think I missed any. Just double check and make sure I didn't miss any of the super chats. Cool. I don't think I did. Okay. Cool. It's on YouTube. Previews on Instagram. All right. That's fine. I just want to make sure that like if we find it, if we go to oh yes, it's up. Perfect. All right. Cool. Then we don't need to do the bad quality Twitter one. We can get to the
Get ready.
yes. All right. Perfect. Okay. All right, everybody. Now we're gonna get into the live sleuthing, and I think there's some really good stuff here. There's some engagement shots. Oh, and Kaleidosaurus, thank you for the super chat. When you rewatch, check when they're saying he was naked, or the words said when they were on screen or in the interview, or in when they were on screen in the interviews, or post. Yeah, well, for sure. I remember when Brendan said it. It was in an ITM interview. So that it's very, very, very possible that could have been guided. Like, say, so I'm here sitting down. I'm Brendan. And someone says, so what did you think about when Kenny showed up? Oh, yeah, Kenny showed up. A lot of people were interested in him. Well, and then they say, well, what do you think about when, like, him showing up, like, pretty much naked? And they say, oh, yeah, like, Kenny showing up naked, that's crazy, or something like that. And then they go, boom, and they pull that for the episode, and they can use that. So, yeah, it's a good point. And it also could be just complete spliced, too. So we'll keep an eye for that. I'm gonna include that in the video and/or preview breakdown. So, but let's get now into the live sleuthing part of the stream. Do not smite me down, YouTube bot. We're gonna get the old big headphones out so we can listen real closely here. So here we have the preview. Let's take a look.
Ready, Bachelor Nation!
Oh my God!
All right, YouTube bot. Don't hurt me, YouTube bot. We know it's fake. Also, in that shot with Kenny, I'm afraid to even go to it. There's like, you can see here, there's a leaf. He's covering himself.
Oh my God!
Oh, that, I mean, just there you go. Leaf. Still. YouTube bot, don't hurt me.
Prepare yourself for shocking drama
Come with me, Daddy.
and some crazy
Take it off!
that you won't.
So, Thomas showing up, we've seen before. We knew he was there. We've seen him in the previews. There's a lot of Thomas stuff to come. Chris Conran as well. We talked about it in the preview breakdown. He gets a date. Of course, he gets a date because he shows up in Paradise after day one. Everyone gets a date card when you come into Paradise after the first day to kind of give you an edge. Try and maybe pull someone from a couple away, that kind of stuff. So I don't think there's much going here. He was a night one elimination, by the way, in Claire's season. So he didn't even make it to Tayshia. I always wonder with these night one folk if they were people that production thought were really strong contenders or like really good for TV, but they just, they got eliminated in night one. They're like, dang it, well, let's bring him into Paradise. And of course, the one of the couples that I'm super excited about, where did they show him here? This is it. Riley and Marissa. Riley and Marissa are in the previews, which is bad news for Connor. Connor, his coupling with Marissa it's not going to pan out. In this shot, they're talking. Marissa says like, "You make me so happy," and in this shot, we have it looks like a fantasy suite kind of situation. So I would say Marissa and Riley are a couple that makes it to the end. And there's a shot that potentially looks like an engagement that might match up with these two. Plus the fact that they make it to a fantasy suite situation, and they have all sorts of footage of them happy together, coupling up. This, by the way, I can't remember if it's in this preview as well, but there is an engagement shot from the first preview, from the preview at the beginning of the episode, that looks like it could be these two. I will include it. If it's not here, I'm going to include it in the preview breakdown for the episode. That these two will get engaged. There's a few other shots as well. But let's continue on.
Take it off!
That you won't believe.
It's wild.
Yeah!
We're in paradise.
It's a lot of fish in the sea.
It's gonna be the greatest summer ever. Because
So there's a whole lot more. This there looks like this looks like a group date. I didn't know what this was, but they've shown this a bunch in the previews before. This like kissing thing, guys kissing guys, gals kissing gals. I don't know if is it like a group date. Are they adding group dates to Paradise? I think that could be a good idea. We've got Becca Kufrin here in the background. Lil Jon and Lance Bass, the other hosts for Paradise. David Spade is only doing a few episodes, and also Titus Burgess as well. They're going to be yes, Marissa is a night one elimination from Peter's season of The Bachelor, and she got one of those edits where it was like she got an intro package that was really great, and I thought she was someone who was gonna at least make a few episodes, and then she was the night one elimination kind of thing. I wonder if she was a sort of like grocery store Joe plant, where they want these people who are edited well on night one get eliminated, and it's like, oh man, I wish they had a chance, and then they show up in Paradise. However, that year Paradise didn't happen, so we got her here now. But she is certainly going to be a big part of the season. You want happiness for Becca K? Well, like her and Thomas on a date, and the sleuthing we've talked about before. Again, not my sleuthing, this particular one, but of the two of them together. Seems like they make it out of Paradise. Do they get engaged? Maybe that's another one we got to keep an eye out for. But there are always couples that get engaged. There are always couples that leave together. There are couples that break up. We need to figure out if any of these couplings are ones that are gonna get broken up at some point. There are a few that it could be like the I don't know, like Brendan and Demi for sure seem like a couple that might break up at some point. We know that Piper shows up, and that they're likely together. There's shots of Brendan and Piper together, or are they a couple that decides to break up on decision day, when you're at the end of Paradise and they go, okay, make a decision. Are you a serious couple, or are you going to leave now? Are they a couple that sometimes couples just leave Paradise together at whatever point, and say, you know what, we're not ready for the whole decision day, fantasy suite, potential engagement stuff, but we want to try dating out in the real world. Are they a couple that then makes it to fantasy suite, and sometimes they break up on decision day, and then there's couples that get engaged. Kind of the layers of where couples can go for a season. We're trying to figure out where each couple is going to land. We talked about Marissa and Riley. I think they are an engagement couple. We'll see where the rest lie. But let's continue on.
This season of Bachelor in Paradise.
This was the shot. Sorry, let's continue on. Immediately pause. This was the shot. I'm like, I don't know who this woman is. Is it Victoria P? Is it This is the one that people were talking about being Anna, because I guess you can't see it in that moment. Yeah, they don't show it. They don't show her swimsuit, but I had been forwarded people like on Twitter and stuff had said like, oh, they're like Anna in one of her Instagram stories has a bathing suit that's similar to what this woman is wearing here. Kendall, who I don't know, unless we get like a stronger look. I don't know. I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Not bad.
There's like nothing.
So pause again right away. Tammy and Aaron were a thing all this episode, and there's Serena C.
Not
and
bad.
Aaron.
There's like nothing you've ever seen before.
Another fake censor.
When you come into this experience, you could actually fall in love.
There's more grocery store Joe and Serena. They're a legit coupling, even though Kendall's gonna show up. She is for sure there, and we know there's a bit where grocery store Joe and Kendall have a discussion. I think that it ends amicably. So.
Abigail?
Love is everywhere.
I've never felt so good about someone. I was just good about someone.
All right, who we got here?
I've
Can't really
never
tell.
felt
I'll
so
take a closer
good
look.
about someone. I just really love the way you make me feel.
Yeah, so obviously this Marissa and Connor business gets it changes. So
I was not expecting us to have the connection and the laughs.
Tajwan, Queen of Paradise. the uncle, oh gosh, the uncle stuff, and then it's only on Paradise that you hear a line that he's a better kisser than his uncle. Love Paradise.
You're the second girl I've ever loved.
I'm pausing like crazy here, but ever loved? All right, we'll see. I'm a little bit scared though when that happens. I can't tell if this is an engagement setup or fake out, because my big fear is like, you know, there is a big age difference here, and that could be something in Serena's mind when it gets to decision day. But I think, this is a couple we're gonna see to the end. I really feel like Joe and Love, but I don't know if they are a couple. We'll be looking at the engagement shots to see if there's any indication that it could be Joe, or it could be Joe and Serena. But there is one shot I feel like for sure is in this preview, which matches up with someone who isn't Joe, and it's an engagement shot, and it isn't Riley or Marissa as well.
My entire life.
My whole life I just believed in fairy tales.
By the way, that previous shot with Joe and Serena could very well be a fantasy suite. Also, Joe, his ensemble. He really did only bring t-shirts to Paradise. We've got
My entire life.
Serena in a nice outfit for a date. Joe. Oh, Joe.
My whole life I just believed in fairy tales.
I want someone who wants me and only.
Brendan and Demi again. Abigail and Noah.
Part of Paradise is going.
Tia and Blake Minar from Tasha Claire. Did he make it to Claire's? Or did he make it to Tasha's season? I don't know. Tia showing up. Blake Minar. We've also seen Tia flirting with Kenny, but Kenny's got his handful this season.
Test
but this is like almost nothing. We see nothing of Tia other than this shot and another shot. So I'm guessing it's maybe a couple for a little while. Nothing sort of thing going on here. It's not a couple to invest in, I don't think.
Through temptation.
Carl and Deandra, I believe. Looks like Deandra's just gunning for that rose, that first rose ceremony rose. Carl has one.
Surprise!
We got Bachelorette Becca Kufrin here to find love.
Every single time I see you, I get so excited.
Thomas seems so good to be true.
Yep.
I can't stop smiling.
So as we talked about before, Becca, Thomas, all this business. So that's another coupling that we're gonna see. A few different dates with them too, not just the. I don't know what this is. If this is a date or just a setup. Sometimes they do, because we can see it's on a beach. Sometimes people will do like, you know what? I'm tired of not getting a date card. Let me do a date on the beach. Like John Paul Jones did that with Tasha. They had like their prom on the beach. They had the Titanic. Let me draw you moment that happened. So I don't know. This could be a date. Could be just a whatever. But definitely multiple instances of these two together, hanging out, going on dates. So legit coupling.
You make me really happy. I know what I want. I came here to find.
Here's one of those engagement shots. And I think we can potentially find out right here who it is. And I want to do this right here on the live sleuthing so that like no one can like we've sleuthed this out right here night 1. Just take a look at the necklace. Take a look at the necklace here. First of all, think who would wear a necklace like this? Who would wear a necklace like this? Then and we can continue on.
Find my person.
The main course is served.
The purpose of being here is
YouTube bot, don't hurt me, YouTube bot. This is a fantasy suite date for sure. Right? It's got to be.
the purpose of being here is to
More Kenny. Here we go. It's Victoria. It's Victoria. James and Victoria P. I mean, it could be Anna still. It could be Anna still. But
All I really need is you.
there's McKenna. This is a major fake out.
You.
There's no way that Brendan is saying... I'm sorry, McKenna. There's no way that Brendan is saying, all I need is you. Also, if you look in the corner here... So you see the hair here. Right here? 1, not McKenna. 2, we've seen Brendan with 2 people potentially. Right? Brendan kissing Demi in this shot. Go back here. We know that Brendan has been seen with Piper too. Tell me, do you think this hair belongs to Demi or belongs to Piper? You tell me. You tell me.
Need is you.
I think you're amazing.
Both our hearts just skipped a beat, I think.
That's another coupling, Ivan and Jasenia.
I'm writing this high, and I feel like it's gonna plummet.
There's Aaron and Tammy. Different from the Serena and Aaron that we saw earlier.
Tension in the air.
There's
And
going
Titus.
to be other people showing up. You're not going to know exactly.
And this is Kendall, by the way. Kendall, we've seen in a different preview the different version of this shot. Kendall showing up.
who you want to be with unless you explore those options.
There are no rules in paradise.
All's fair in love and war.
Is that Kendall?
I don't want to look over and see you and Kendall reigniting your love.
It's not like I'm 100% sure that, like, she's the one.
I don't buy it. It's all drama. I mean, I don't know if Joe and Serena are for sure a lock for engagement, but this is they're gonna make it to the end. So I don't buy any of this.
I believe that people fall in love and people.
Now, we talked about, here we go, right here, Thomas and Tammy. I don't know what's going on here, but we know there's a fallout between these two that we talked about in the, if you haven't, check out my season preview breakdown. I didn't know for sure if there was an argument why it was happening. But it looks like there's some sort of love triangle, and I don't know, maybe Thomas is interested in Tammy, and then Becca shows up, and then he's like, bye, Tammy, and then Tammy gets really upset. But we know there's fighting.
There's definitely a storm coming.
Aaron is ready to fight Thomas.
She kissed me at breakfast, she kissed you at night. I deserve some respect. Don't with me.
I feel so bad.
So, yeah, we now know that it's a love triangle. So, we know it's a love triangle. Also, Riley as well. I mean, not that we needed proof that Riley's showing up, but he's going to be one of those entering paradise and splitting up a relationship. Not that I don't know. I don't know if Connor and Marissa are rock solid, and then it's an explosion of Riley coming in, but certainly he's going to tear that coupling apart.
Relationships are going to be tested.
It's going to get competitive.
I'm kind of worried for Connor now.
You got to bring your A game or go home.
Teddy has Mari and
Do you see it? Check out the necklace. Check out the necklace. Where was the shot before? I have no clue where it was. I have no clue where the timestamp of it was. We're going to try and find it. Boom. There's the chain. There you go. Kenny. It's like sometimes the sleuthing is difficult. Sometimes the sleuthing is right in front of your face. Sometimes it's boom. So is this Kenny and Demi? No, it's not. I was like, no. No, it's Kenny and Mari. It's Kenny and Mari are getting gay and getting a little bit. It's getting late. It's 11. Kenny and Mari. We've seen them in a fantasy suite situation. Cool. Maybe it's Kenny and someone else. Maybe. If it's Kenny and someone else, I can't control that. But we've seen Kenny and Mari on dates. We've seen Kenny and Mari in a fantasy suite situation. We've seen now Kenny proposing. That's the other couple. That's the other couple getting engaged. Maybe there are more. We'll see. But we've seen 2 for sure. One in the season, the beginning preview that we was at the start of the episode, which is not on YouTube. But I'll get into coming up. I'll get into in the preview breakdown. So, so there you go. The chain reveals all. Unless Kenny, borrowed, let someone borrow his chain. No. Kenny and Mari get engaged. But there's a lot of drama on the way.
Ari and Demi in a love triangle. It sucks to feel like you're a second option.
What did you think?
I love Paradise. The birthday cake. Happy birthday, Kenny.
It sucks to feel like you're a second option.
What did you think would happen?
I feel so stupid.
Also, if you notice here.
So stupid.
Oh gosh, I paused it wrong.
I feel so stupid.
Oh man, I did it again. All right, there we go. Same day. Well, but it doesn't have to be same day actually. But Demi with the same nails in the shot. So.
She's caught in a lie that she doesn't know how to get out of. I don't trust anybody. I'm gonna go home.
You lied on my face. Fake ass bitch.
Ooh. Ivan and Aaron. Also, Damar in the background here. Damar we did see I talked very briefly about at the end of the preview breakdown, the season preview breakdown from before. Some Ivan beef.
I'm so frustrated.
This can't really end well.
More upsetting stuff. And it finishes with Thomas upset. There's a different angle of this, which looks like he's with Becca, because there's a brunette woman. It would make sense, potentially, this being a decision day breakup. I don't know, though. I trust this more than any preview breakdown or any preview that you could be shown. The preview, could indicate, oh my gosh, is there a breakup between Becca and Thomas? Well, there are a lot of scenarios that could be happening where Thomas could be crying. That maybe it's not a breakup, maybe it is. But I think this is more damning than anything. The fact that after the show, he's in Becca's apartment, or he just, when they were chatting in Paradise, he fell so in love with the pictures of her decor that he went to IKEA and bought the same exact furniture as her. What do you think is more likely? This seems, or this is the biggest troll in the history of Bachelor fake outs and sleuthing. Katie's saying maybe they break up and get back together. That's possible too. But to me, this is what I'm gonna go off of until Thomas has said, these are his things, or he's something along those lines. He said, but I don't. Yeah, right. So there was one other engagement shot at the beginning, which I wish I could show, but it wasn't here. That I will look into for the preview breakdown in a couple days, and on Wednesday, I believe. Yeah, because we're only one episode this week. I think it might go back to 2 episodes next week. I don't know. Who knows with Paradise this year? But there's one more proposal shot we're gonna check out. Now, it doesn't, just because there's one more proposal shot, it doesn't mean that there's actually a third engagement. We just need to be weary of that, because in the past they've done fake outs with proposal shots, where they've shown proposals from previous seasons of Bachelor in Paradise thrown into the mix to kind of fake you out. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, they included a proposal shot from Ashley and Jared's proposal, and I think they also they had like one year where there were like 5 or 6, and one of them was from Ashley and Jared proposing. Another was from Chris and Crystal's like wedding day with the ring being put on. They had a date where they actually went to Chris and Crystal, or like the whole group went to Chris and Crystal's wedding, and they showed like the ring going on. It was from their hands, and then I think there was one that was completely from a previous season, like from season 3 or something like that. So that could be a fake out, this third one, but I noted it, and I'll talk about it in the preview breakdown. But there you go. There's the live sleuthing of the preview. We're gonna go into a much more detailed breakdown of that preview, but mark it down here. We sleuthed it out tonight. 2 engagements. One which again we have to go to the very first thing, but I'm going to talk about it in the preview breakdown, and mark that we've noted it down here. Riley and Marissa, and then Kenny and Mari. Except in this shot we've got Kenny and Demi, but Mari's up there. And you can even see, right here, the same chain, right here. I'm tickling it right here, Kenny. So, yes, today was the first episode. So, yeah, Thomas posted Instagram stories showing a tour of his house after those pictures came out, and said how he's just really into yeah, he's just really into... You know what? Maybe. Maybe he's just really into interior design. The same interior design that Becca is in... That he would have been better off just not saying anything. The same interior design that Becca's into, that he's also on Paradise with, going on multiple dates with. Also, Dr. Joe, by the way. Dr. Joe. In Paradise, he too is not going to find love. Why? Or if he does, they're not showcasing it, those bastards. But yeah, same wall same everything. Same wall color. Like, come on. Or they broke up, and Thomas, said, Becca, you know what? Can I just use your apartment for like a moment to film my Men Tell All segment, and then that's it, and then we're done. It's just like what do you believe? Come on. So we've got that too. We don't know the status of them as well. We don't know the status of them as a couple. At the end of it. But I think they're together. Engaged or not, we don't know. Noah and Abigail, another couple. Are they engaged? We'll see. And Serena and Grocery Store Joe. There are many other couples as well. Victoria P and James we saw Trey and Tajwan. There are lots of couples that could, pop out here and there, but certainly those 4 or so are the strongest ones. Now, do I think The Bachelor could come out of this season? I still think that The Bachelor is going to be Michael. Just simply based off of the casting call that they had, where it was asking for single mothers, divorcees, to apply for the show. that's public record that they've had that casting call. I think that's that they are priming for Michael. Now that doesn't mean that Michael is going to be the Bachelor, because they have been in a situation before where they've primed someone for the Bachelor. It's been, all but officially announced, and then they flip because of something happening. Someone's trying to negotiate extra money. Someone comes out as being, like Luke from JoJo season was going to be the Bachelor, and then a bunch of stuff came out and about him trying to date people and then bring them onto a season and kind of, create a season at, like, all this sort of stuff. So it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be Michael, but they're priming it to be. So that's who I think is going to be the Bachelor, or Thomas and his Bachelor audition. Really successful despite this. But all right, we have sleuthed. We've had a great stream tonight. But casting call, the Seniors Bachelor is back on. I'm happy about that. Paradise is back. Oh, we only just ooh, straight to my veins.
Who knew Paradise could be so crazy?
Thank you all for joining me. This is going to be the end of the live stream tonight. As per usual, I'm going to be getting up, going to be video editing, getting a video out, recapping the episode. So much fun. So much to talk about. Truly, Paradise is peak trash TV, and I just love it. And then after that, we're going to be diving into the preview breakdown, going over the stuff we talked about tonight and more, or potentially we could be figuring out stuff that means some of the stuff we talked about tonight is actually not going to happen. But the main stuff, I think the Kenny for sure engagement is absolutely gonna happen. You heard it here. So have a wonderful night, everyone. Thanks for showing up, and until next time, Bachelor Fan Take out.
My goddess energy didn't quite kick in.
If you are not here for the right reasons, there's the door.